three-time defending Arena Cross Outlaws champ Michael Hicks is not singing the blues in Memphis, Tennessee. Hicks can wrap up his fourth consecutive title tonight. Racing for Memphis starts now. Hello everyone and welcome to the Showplace Arena in Memphis, Tennessee for the General Tire Arena Cross Outlaw Series presented by Geico Motorcycle. It's round number 14. I'm Daniel Blair, joined by Justin Brayton and Kristen Beaton, who will be with us trackside in just a moment. It's championship night in Memphis, JB. Michael Hicks has been incredible all season long. He's won 3 titles straight, and tonight he can win the 4th.
Huge night for Michael Hicks as he's in rare air, winning 4 championships in a row. It's unbelievable. He's earned it this year. He never let that red plate go all year long. He's going for 4 in a row tonight.
A lot of pressure, you would think, but not really for Michael Hicks. He has a huge lead as we look at the Redline Oil Championship points. So getting through round number 14 clean is the goal for Hicks, but winning has been the name of the game for him all season long. As we head to Memphis, this is the format, 250 Pro heats, Open Pro heats. We, of course, have the 250 Pro and Open Pro main events. That's where the points stack up in the standings, and where Michael Hicks will have a chance to stack on a little bit more. JB, look at this track. Looks like a lot of traction, some big jumps. This one looks fun.
Looks incredible. Track crew did an amazing job in between qualifying practice that they had earlier today. Now they'll go into the heat races to a freshly groomed, awesome track.
Let's go down to Kristen Beat with a Geico Motorcycle pre-race report on Michael Hicks.
Tonight, Michael Hicks only needs to finish 14th or better in the 250 main event to secure his 4th consecutive General Tire Arena Cross Outlaws Championship. Now, if he can do that, tonight he will be driving through the night for tomorrow's opening round of the 250 East Supercross season. Now, I'm curious how that plan will affect his racing. Does he pace himself differently? How does a rider physically and mentally strategize for this? And interestingly enough, Justin, you were in similar circumstances during the 2022 World Supercross Championship, kind of balancing your obligations with racing in the Australian Supercross Championship, and then the next night contending for a World Supercross Championship. So Justin, how did you pace yourself? What does Michael Hicks need to do in order to secure his title here, but also have enough in the tank to be unfazed tomorrow in Houston?
Well, Michael Hicks just has to focus one thing at a time. He's got this 250 Pro heat coming up, and he's got an Open Pro heat, and then he's got the main events. And what he's done all season long is just tick the boxes of getting a good start, winning this heat, now getting another good start in the next heat race. And that's how you build this big championship point lead that he has. So continue doing the same thing. Don't change anything up at this point.
Set up the dominoes and knock them down. The gate goes down. Michael Hicks not the best jump out of the gate. Looks like Carter Gordon on the 5. He's going to have the inside through the rollers. Little single into the whoops. With a good run here, he would take the lead, and he does. Hicks up into second, but it's Carter Gordon who leads the way.
Carter's had a great season so far. Got his first pro main event win. Just at a couple rounds ago, we were in Wichita, and he's building, man. I love his attitude, and this is exactly where he needs to be. He needs to be out front leading the one around, and if Michael ends up getting around him, which you might hear in the whoops, he's going to square it off, not going to funnel back in and hit this triple. But he just needs to learn. He needs to really focus on focusing forward right now, hitting his marks, not worrying about what's behind him, which is that big number 1 plate. It can be intimidating at times. And it looks like Michael has a little more speed than him right now. It's like going around the outside, he's going to make the pass. But now Carter, he just has to latch on, learn from him a little bit. Where's he going here? Where's he going there? Is he cutting down in this turn? And just try to pick up his speed right behind Hicks. Look, he's going for 4 in a row. Like I said earlier, he's in rare air. Not very many times you guys can win 4 championships in a row, let alone getting 1 championship, right? It's hard at this level. So impressed with Carter all season long, and just needs to latch onto the one and learn a little bit.
Bagby in 3rd, Crutcher in 4th. See Pickens and Tilford right behind him. There's Pickens on the 34. Crutcher would have a move right here if he wanted it. Yeah, gets aggressive. Didn't have to make contact, but just put himself right in the right spot, makes the pass.
Yeah, veteran Jeff Crutcher here on the 7, passing his way up into 3rd. And this story's been interesting all year long, Daniel. We've talked about it. Jeff Crutcher started the year as the team principal of this Cycle Zone Power Sports team. Unfortunately, his star rider, when Cheyenne Harmon got hurt. Harmon was a championship player at the beginning of the year. Went out with an injury, and Jeff Crutcher said, you know what? I'm going to get some gear ordered. I'm going to get back on the bike and go back racing. He's a racer his whole life, and an accomplished racer at that. Transitioned over to running the team. He said, you know what, I think I can still do this. So put on his gear. He's helping Carter Bees now, was his rider. Now it's his teammate, and they're helping each other on the track, off the track. So really cool story here.
You think too, filling in is one thing, just being out there rolling around, but Crutcher's had some good heat races, some good main events. So, I mean, even more than impressive. He's beating Bagby right now. Pickens is kind of fallen off this battle. We have Michael Hicks now with just about a lap and a half to go out front. Carter Gordon keeping him somewhat honest in this heat. But again, you talked about it. This is a big night for Hicks to win the championship. There's a lot more going on than just trying to win the race. Try to take the whole thing in. I know how hard that can be sometimes.
It can be. You can start thinking about the championship a little bit too early. You can think about what if, and oh, what if this goes wrong or that goes wrong, and you can't think about that. And Michael Hicks, has won 3 of these, so he knows how to get the job done, and I would imagine that's what he's thinking. Last night he went to bed saying, man, it could be an awesome day tomorrow, but I just got to execute my game plan, and that's to get good starts, stay out in clean air. He's had more speed than almost everybody all year long, so just continue what he's doing, and look, he's doing it now. He's ticking these boxes and ticking them well. He's on a roll here with a fairly good start. He cleaned that up just a little bit, made a good pass on Gordon, and now just flowing.
Flowing is right. Sunoco checker flag wave, and Michael Hicks, clean as can be in that one. He'll go down and talk to Kristen. They're winning that heat race. Geico Motorcycle results show Hicks, Gordon, Crutcher 1, 2, 3. So for Michael Hicks on championship night, he starts out exactly the way he would want to, and he's now with Kristen B.
Michael, with a marathon weekend ahead of you, what's at the forefront of your mind during these heat races?
I'm just trying to stay calm. The track's a little slick right now, so just trying to manage throttle control and get out of here safe.
Get out of here safe and with another championship. 250 Pro heat race number 2, Mike Alessi, the 800. We always talk about the starts and how good he is. He's been great lately. He's been nailing every single hole shot, putting himself up front, heats, mains, head-to-heads, everything.
That's what Mike Alessi's done for so long. We always know he's one of the best starters in the world, if not the best starter. So let's see if he can get out of the gate here in the number 1 spot.
Carter Bees on the 43 machine. Just a couple gates inside of Mike Alessi. Not as good of a jump, so Alessi's going to have this. Rails the outside, and like we've seen a lot this season, those early laps, sprint laps, really good for Mike Alessi. Then he'll manage his way from there, but man, he's got open track right now going in his way.
I like this track for Mike Alessi. Big sweeping turns, like right there, he carries a ton of momentum, so I like him to challenge Michael Hicks tonight.
Let's go to Kristen with more.
Brett Greenlee pulled off to the side of the track because of that separated AC joint he sustained at round 12. Tonight he only needs to complete the first lap and the last lap of every heat to advance to the main event, where then he has to complete the first and the last lap again to maintain his points in the series, guys.
Daniel, I think of Brett Greenlee earlier in the season in Du Quoin, Illinois, had a career night, I believe, with some podium finishes, and it looked like his trajectory was on its way up, right? And then unfortunately, an injury hits, and now he's set back a little bit, but still top 5 overall in the championship. It's something to be proud of, that's for sure.
Yeah, the riders are chasing a points fund with some financial benefits coming at the end of the championship. So for Carter Bees, these guys are still fighting for position. They're in the top 4 in points, but for Greenlee, yeah, running 5th right now, just has to go through some of the rules here on the final round to get those final points that would allow him to get that bonus check at the end of the series. So for Greenlee, in a lot of pain, but toughing it out, the points fund. Now for Carter Bees, this is a rider who's also made some moves here late in the championship. 2 rounds ago, went back-to-back podiums, came back the next round in Wichita and had some issues, a crash in the whoops, but the progression has been great. Here's the 119 of Winter sitting 3rd in the heat race right now. That'd give him a 5th or 6th gate pick for the main event. He's sitting all alone in 3rd. No pressure to Bees, no pressure from Bennett. Kind of where you'd like to be if you're Winter jumping in the series like this. Just a solid heat race, getting that main.
Solid start, got himself in a good position. Now he's got himself in a great transfer spot. Just continue to learn the track, start to evolve with the track as it breaks down a little bit. Search for some lines that are going to be better tonight in the main event. The track will continue to break down, but looks like he's riding great. Good line there in the whoops. Nice skimming across the tops of them and triple out of the turn there. Double, overshoots a little bit there. So yeah, just stuff like that. You clean it up, right? And be as good as you can be going and confident as you can be going into this main event coming up later tonight.
Number 35 Machine Bennett running in fourth. You see the leaderboard with just about a lap and a half to go. Alessi and B still running 1 and 2. Winter all alone in third. Bennett solid in fourth as well. Fly racing back rider, navigating his way to this track. Just heard Michael Hicks talk about that it's slick still, but I feel like this soil might get better. Some get worse, but this one it might actually get better.
This soil looks really good to me. And you can already see some of the turns, like this turn, for instance. Mike Leslie's already starting to cut down. You see there's a rut that goes around the top of it. Looks like here there's not really a rut formed yet, but the darker the soil, the better it is. So if it starts to get lighter, that's going to be the slick spot. So they're going to try to stay out of the slick spots and just try and get to where it's really like that brownie color, like it's really good. There's 2 ruts already forming there. So I think, to your point, Danny, I think the dirt's going to continue to get better and better as the night goes on.
For Michael Alessi, he hopes that he can get better as the night goes on. He wins a heat race. Carter B's in second. Both riders will line up against Michael Hicks in the main event. But in the Geico Motorcycle 250 Pro Heat Race number 2 results, we see Alessi, Bees, and Winter 1, 2, 3, and Alessi is with our Kristen B.
Mike, earlier today it looked like the track would be trending hard slick, but you're actually getting some traction out there. Are you surprised?
I love the dirt. It's great. Having a great time here this weekend. Got a great start. Hoosier Tires hooked up, Redline Oil, Vivid Development, get stuff done coffee. Looking forward to these main events.
Where he will face Michael Hicks and the rest of the field, but next, it's Open Pro Heats. The Arena Cross Outlaw Series is brought to you by General Tire and by Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you up to 15% on your motorcycle insurance. Back in Memphis, Tennessee, we're going to race some Open Pro Heat races next. We saw Hicks win Heat 1 of the 250. Alessi wins Heat 2 of the 250s. Before we drop the gate in the Open Pro Heat, let's go to Kristen Beat with our Geico Motorcycle pre-race report.
Carter Gordon coming into Memphis with 2 consecutive podiums. Carter, tonight, the sweeper with the rollers, that section has been tricky. How do you as a rider maintain your momentum in a section strategically and intentionally designed to slow you down?
For me, I just kind of let the bike do its thing. I think roll speed's key in that section as well, staying off the brakes, and that's about it.
Well, best of luck in doing so, guys. It is time for this heat to drop the gate.
Thank you, Kristen. It is Open Pro Heat Race number 1. The Geico Motorcycle 30-second board will go up. The anticipation will build before we drop the gate. Another round of qualifying. Hicks, Gordon, Winter, all in this one. Crutcher, team principal and rider with the CycleZone Power Sports KTM team. Pickens, Tilford, Keeney, rounding out the starting grid. The gate goes down. Carter Gordon, what a jump. Michael Hicks way out, gosh, committed all the way around wide open. He did not have a good jump out of the gate, but comes out number 1.
Wow, that was incredible. He carried so much momentum around the outside of that first turn. And I was thinking about it, Daniel, you know, the theme for Carter Gordon has been learning, right? He got his first main event win a couple weeks ago. Now, he's just got to continue to learn from Michael Hicks. Michael's about to wrap up his 4th championship in a row, so who better to learn from? And that's what I think about Carter. I just think, sit back there, learn from him, latch on for as long as you can. And I say it a lot, but if you can run with him for 1 lap, then you run with him for 2 laps. Then it turns to 3, 4, 5, and then he gets that first main event win. Okay, so how does he do that more consistently? It's to latch on right now and to learn and to do it deeper into these races. It's a 9-lap race, so let's see if you can hang with him for all 9. Then go into the main event, hang with him for a little bit longer.
Seems like as we've gotten through this championship too, he's had a lot more opportunities. Early in the year, struggling with his starts, you know, kind of off and on, but once he clicked in, he's had a lot of heat races, leading laps, following Michael Hicks like this. He's even challenged him a couple times deep into a heat race, so to your point, he is really building here late in the championship. Running 3rd right now, chasing down Michael Alessi for a while. You think he'd come back next year pretty motivated, and the improvements I've seen, I'm excited for next season.
Absolutely, and going back to that first turn, he did nothing wrong. He clearly had the whole shot, went in there. Almost always you want to protect the inside. Well, he did that, executed it to perfection. Unfortunately, the one just railed completely around the outside, so much momentum, and he couldn't stop that. So he really did nothing wrong except going into the main event. Just needs to learn from that, maybe drift a little bit more wide if he goes into the first turn first.
Each rider, as they grow in experience, the toolbox grows, the things that you can do on and off the motorcycle. You have to imagine he'll watch this race back and go, wow, Hicks did that, okay. I'll file that one away. Maybe I can use that myself someday. But for Crutcher, he's running third right now. Again, another solid heat race. Looking to continue to grow his team. Started the year off with Cheyenne Harmon, was in that title fight. So you know they feel competitive. The team feels like they're getting somewhere, and if they can come back healthy next season, make another run at it. But man, I have to imagine he's having a good time too. I know there's a lot of pressure on him, Justin, but you think this is the time of the day when he can just put all the pressure aside for a couple minutes and just enjoy racing a dirt bike?
I would think so. And there's a lot of pressure that comes with being a team principal of a team. You're organizing parts, you're organizing flights, and how the bikes get there, and how the rider and the crew is going to get to the race. There's so many moving pieces and parts. Well, now he's a racer as well, so he's added that to his repertoire of things that he has to do. So this, you're right, this is the time where he can kind of relax. It sounds weird, but he's probably out there only thinking of racing and riding and hitting the loops good, and hitting the triple and finish line. So yeah, you just have to be in the moment so much when you're riding. That's what he's doing here.
Carter Gordon in the moment, running second right now in Open Pro Heat Race number 1 with a lap to go. Hicks has gotten away. To your point, he has gotten closer and closer on different nights, picking apart from the best. Michael Hicks, and I mean, spectacular everywhere on this track, but his whip speed is just next level. You see the perfection in the corners, creative line choices. Grabs a Sunoco checker flag, throws a whip. Back-to-back heat race wins. Carter Gordon, another solid heat race for himself. Let's see if Crutcher can hold on for third.
I love how he's mixing it up there last lap. Michael Hicks going inside out, outside in, searching for different lines for the main event.
He does it again. The Geico Motorcycle Open Pro Heat 1 results. Hicks, Gordon, Crutcher, 1, 2, 3. Winter is 4th. Pickens, Tilford, and Keene will round out the top 7. And as we get ready for Open Pro Heat Race number 2, we'll see Michael Lessie, Carter Bees, Bennett, Bagby, and the rest of the Open Pro competitors as they line up for their final heat race. There is Greenlee, who's doing his job tonight. He's got to take off from the gate and cross the checkered flag in each heat race and each main event to lock in 5th overall in the championship. Of course, doing it with injured shoulder he sustained at the last round in Wichita, Kansas. Revs are up, the gate's gonna drop. This is heat race number 2, the Open Pro. And right on cue, Michael Lessie's gonna grab the whole shot. The question is, does he have the speed of Michael Hicks? We're about to find out right now.
Imagine that, Daniel, another whole shot from Michael Lessie. I would love to see him get up there and get these in the main events. You know, we've seen a lot of whole shots from him in the heat race. And I think that's just a belief that he truly believes that he should win this race over guys like Carter Bees and guys that he's beat all year long. But then the main event comes along and Michael Hicks will whole shot and Lessie will start second or third. And you just wonder if it's a belief that Michael Hicks has kind of been the best guy. And, you know, Mike's the best starter in my opinion. When it really matters, he hasn't really gotten whole shots. So I want to see out of him tonight, try and get 2 main event whole shots. I think that would be crucial for his night and standing on top of the box on the podium.
Bagby running second. Carter Bees back behind him, applying some pressure, not enough to cause Bagby to switch his lines up. He can stay pretty offensive for now, but Bees is coming right there to the whoops. A little bit of a kick, but he's surviving. If he can get a little bit closer, that'll change the way Bagby races on this track, and maybe defense is going to come into play here.
Yeah, it looks like Bees is a little bit faster, has a little more pace, so just needs to take his time, try and get by Bagby here. He's had some good boot speed here all day long today, and looks like he's going to go up the inside and make the pass. Looks like he's got it. Nice pass up the inside.
Good run by Carter Bees, and we've been watching his whoop progress throughout the season. Better and better, and that may have been one of the better runs he's had all year as he powers into second. Go to Kristen.
I noticed Cyclezone KTM's team principal, Jeff Crutcher, watching Carter Bees during this heat. I asked him what's going on. He said the rhythm is actually getting easier. I personally overjumped it. I hurt my tailbone, but gauging that distance is going to be tricky tonight because it's going to be changing all night.
And it will change all night. The turns will continue to develop different, and I think to Crutcher's point is, I think the turns is developing to where sometimes you have more speed, the ruts may be a little bit better, you come into it faster than what you think. But as the night goes on, look right there, Mike cuts down, he's going to make a 3rd rut. There's going to be a 3rd rut develop, then maybe even a 4th rut. But it's going to get tougher and tougher as the night goes on. So I like what Mike's doing here. Look, he's cutting down, looking for some fresh dirt, some fresh traction, and just searching around for those main events. It's a veteran move on Mike's part right now. He's looking for the lines to try and battle Michael Hicks.
Hicks is doing the same thing in his heat too. It's like they both know that they've got their heat races covered. They're going to face each other in the main event. So let's research, let's look around. The problem is they're both finding the same things. Then it comes down to executing in that main event. And to your point, Michael Leslie's got to get out in front of him. And he's had a couple opportunities in front, but Hicks is so good on the first or second lap that he gets him right away. And if Alessi can maybe get this thing to the halfway point, we might have ourselves a battle here in Memphis. Carter Bees continuing to shred through this heat race. I love the way he's taking the first corner. And he's hopping over that left. That'd be all right, but his left in the whoops, which sets him up perfectly for passes.
I like that. I'm sure it's fresh over there. It's not the main line, so it's a line that not everybody has gone to. He's probably one of the first to go over there. It doesn't set you up that well. If you come over it like Mike's doing here, he's going down kind of the middle to the right side of the whoops, which typically that's the way the corner kind of leads you to go. But Carter, it's experience as well. Carter, he's been doing this a while now, and Mike Alessi taking the checkered flag. But yeah, that's smart on Carter's part. That's going to come into play later tonight.
He'll use that inside line to pass into second, which is where he'll finish in the Open Pro second heat. For this man, Mike Alessi, the starts have been on fire. Just need to see one in the main event. Make Michael Hicks deep into that main event. Put on the show. Geico Motorcycle Open Pro Heat 2 results show Alessi beats it. Backbeat 1, 2, 3. Bennett, Calvin, Greenlee rounding out the top 7. When we come back, we're mini bike racing in Memphis. We are back in Memphis, Tennessee for the General Tire Arena Cross Outlaws Championship. You've seen pro heat racing, and now you're going to watch the Cometic Gasket Junior Moto Challenge. This is the 85cc / super mini class, which means you can ride a 112cc engine. Some riders will be on a 105. A lot of them will be on an 85. But when the gate dropped, it was Eli Gross on the Kawasaki. This kid is good, JB. I've watched him for years. We're good at Minios this past season. This kid's really talented. Here's his little brother, Tiago Gross, battling with Sawyer Treadwell. Some back and forth with the brothers, and Treadwell's trying to get him.
Nice little square up move by the 74. Look, all these kids are just incredible. I watch them ride the way they're skimming the whoops like the pros do. It's unbelievable. So really impressive from all these guys here. And how cool is it to race in front of all these fans, race the same track as the pros get to race? Pretty neat.
And for Eli Gross, clean as can be. Whole shot, clean laps, checkered flag, even throws a whip. And based on his age, he's probably about 13, 14 years old right now, so don't be surprised very quickly to see Eli Gross turn pro. I know that sounds crazy, but it's going to flash before your eyes. Eli Gross will be a pro in this championship in no time. Gross, Treadwell, and little brother Gross rounding out the top 3 in the Cometic Gasket Junior Moto Challenge. We always talk about how cool it is to be on the podium. JB, how about being on the podium with your brother?
That's so cool. And I can't imagine being a parent, how nervous you would be watching them race, but it all pays off when they're standing together on the podium.
Let's go to Kristen with a track report.
At rounds 12 and 13, we saw an elevated start plane, and tonight at round 14, we have another elevated start plane, but this one instead is taking the shape of a berm. Justin, Daniel, how is this going to shake things up off the start in the main events?
Well, it's going to make your gate pick that much more crucial. So hopefully you got a good gate after these, or got a good finish out of the heat races, gets you a good gate pick for the main event. And it seems to me you want to line up a little bit more wide so you don't hit that rut and that berm out of that final turn.
So Bagby and Alessi are going to go head-to-head here in this finale. They start in front of the gate. A little respect right there from Alessi to Bagby, Bagby to Alessi. Just a flag start for the head-to-head. And creeping, and Mike Alessi with just the most automatic timing you've ever seen. He's been doing it for decades. And he does it again here, JB.
Yep. Doesn't matter, a gate, a flag, whatever it is.
They start backwards sometimes.
Start backwards, they'll whole shot that as well. Just, it's what the 800 does.
But I want to see it in the main events tonight. Michael Hicks is sitting there, it's championship night. He's just trying to get into this thing and out of this thing smoothly. Mike Alessi, whole shot the main and go after this guy right here. Michael Hicks has a lot on his mind. There's a championship to be won tonight. That's the big picture. So if you're the 800 of Mike Alessi, go get him tonight. We'll be back. Kenny Bartram is in Memphis, Tennessee, still doing his thing, JB.
The Cowboy is here in Tennessee. Pretty cool to see him. still flipping and still doing some amazing things on a motorcycle.
It's a General Tire pre-race report with Kristen Beat.
14th or better, and Michael Hicks wraps up the championship in this main event. Michael, there has been some conversation as to whether or not we'll see you again next year in the Arena Cross Series. I wanted to ask the man himself, set the record straight. What are your plans for 2024?
Yeah, I plan to be back next year. This is some of the best racing you can do. This series has helped me get to the next level, and hopefully, you know, something great happens. But yeah, we'll just see what the future holds.
We'll see what the future holds, but you heard it from the man himself. He plans to come back next season, guys.
And if he does, he'll be a big old giant one on his bike again. And the field will have to figure out a way to stop Michael Hicks. He's pretty much unstoppable. You see him on the far outside there, just 3 gates from the end. Michael Lessie way inside. There he is right there. And his starts have been so good the last few rounds. Carter Gordon on the inside. Cruncher there just on the right-hand side of Alessi. Geico Motorcycle 32nd board will go sideways. The racers will chase down that General Tire first turn. Who's going to get there first? The jump from Crutcher. Great jump by Winter and Bennett up the inside, but Alessi powers around the outside. There's Carter Bees. Where's Michael Hicks? That might be the worst start we've seen from Michael Hicks, but it's Michael Lessie who grabs the Fly Racing hole shot.
This is what we asked for, Daniel. We wanted Mike to get out front, get some clean air. He's the best starter in the world, in my opinion. And Hicks is buried, so what an opportunity for Michael Lessie to win this main event. But he's got to go now, and he's got to go early.
Well, look who's behind him, too. Bees and Gordon, they've been riding great over the past few rounds, sitting 3rd and 4th in the championship. So Hicks is going to have to go through the best riders in this main event just to get to 2nd, and then the work begins.
And Mike has to sprint right now. Alessi has to sprint away. Like I said, he's got to do his best work early and disappear from these guys, because we all know Michael Hicks is he's the class of the field, right? He's got more speed than most. Alessi's matched him at times. Gordon's matched him at times. But consistently throughout the year, Hicks has had the most speed. So if he gets around these two guys and doesn't really see Michael Alessi up there, because look, Alessi's already taken off. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to put in his best laps, sprint as fast as you can. Oh, he's going down there, but Alessi needs to sprint away, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's trying to, and it looks like Michael Hicks, hey, you got a championship to win. He's like, no, I want to win this main event. I got the sweep going tonight. He gets by Carter Gordon in the 2nd. Looks over, makes a little mistake there, but look at the lead Alessi has. We're only on lap 4 or 5. I mean, we're in the early stages, but now he's got the clear track. No one in front of him. Here we go. Let's see if we can get to the 800.
Well, if you're the 800, you don't want to look back now. You just want to focus, hit your marks, hit the whoops as good as you can, hit the fastest lines in the turn with the most intensity you can, and do not look back, because if you look back, you're going to see the big red number 1, and that's the last person you want to see in 2nd place.
Is there a reason to look back? I mean, he knows at some point Hicks is coming, right? I mean, you have to imagine the guy's won almost everything this year. If you're Alessi, do you even need to look back? I think no.
That's why you don't look back, because you know what you're going to see, right? So just focus forward, and just the millisecond it takes to look back, that's time off. That's lost focus, and right now he just really needs to focus in, hit his marks. He's going to come up onto some lap traffic, so look ahead, plan out your passes. That's how you're going to win this main event, because Michael Hicks is coming, and he knows that in his helmet he's thinking, I know he's coming at some point, but when is it? He just needs to control what he can, and that's just to hit his marks and focus on himself.
Winter running 4th right now, halfway through this main event. Good start, solid early laps. Not that far. Carter Gordon just ahead into the straightaway. Bagby's running top 5. Beast picked himself up off the ground. He's running 6 now. So here's Alessi. We asked for the hole shot. He gave it to us. We asked him to sprint early. Justin, he gave it to us. But now Michael Hicks is in 2nd. You can see him right there go by the screen. It's closing. The question is, does he have enough time?
Well, I think it's going to be up to Michael Alessi. He's matched him on speed so far. Now they're going to run into some lap traffic. Like I said earlier, he needs to plan his passes out, be really tactical on when and where he passes these lappers. And if you catch him in a certain spot you don't want to, then you got to be smart. You got to be, all right, I'm going to go inside here and outside there, and plan where you think the lappers are going to be. And a lot of times, it just happens to be luck when and where you catch him. But I can tell you one thing, this number 1 bike, he is on a mission right now. He wants to catch the 800, wants to get this win, seal up this championship. No better way to seal up a championship than to win the main event.
I was just thinking, he is in position right now to get it. All he has to do is finish, and he's the champ. All the hard work is done. You're the champ. Do you think he's thinking about that at all right now?
He's absolutely not. I can tell by the way he's whipping his bike, he's moving his body, he's going outside in, he's hitting the whoops with amazing entrance speed. He wants to win, and I like that. I like that he's on the offense. Typically, when you start to ride defensively, you start to ride a little cautious. You start to make mistakes that you don't normally make. So I like that he's staying on offense right now.
Racing offensively has got him to this point. Why change now? And he's getting closer and closer. There's Alessi, just goes by. I mean, we're under 2 seconds between the two. But time is running out. He's going to have some perfect laps, maybe even get a little help, and then probably be aggressive if he gets to him.
He is going to have to get aggressive. I don't know if that will happen, but you can tell how bad he wants to stand. He's revving his bike in the air at the lapper. Lapper looks like he might get out of the way. No, he doesn't really get out of the way. Hicks is going to go up the inside. Alessi's right there, so he needs to really keep pushing, keep on the offense. And Mike, Alessi knows he's there now. He can hear his bike. Looks like we're coming to the white flag. He's going all in. Is he going to get him?
He needs a perfect lap and a little bit of help. Alessi's ridden a great race. He's made his way through traffic. A little bit more. Looks like Winter in 5th. That's how fast these guys are going. They are coming up on 5th right now. Oh, gets out of the way just enough. And one more corner. Hey, we asked him to do it. We asked him to do it, and he did it. Michael Alessi wins the 250 Pro main event. Michael Hicks, he's going to win the championship. This might be the most frustrated he's been all season because he gave it everything he had in that race, but just had too much ground to overcome.
Great ride from Alessi. Great start. Sprinted at the beginning, got away. Hicks just ran out of time, but great ride from the 800.
Congratulations to the 2023 Arena Cross Outlaws Series champion. It's Michael Hicks who does it again for the 4th straight season. But tonight, it's Mike Alessi, Michael Hicks, Carter Gordon, 1, 2, 3 in the 250 Pro main event. Carter Beast catches up from way back to 4th after an early main event crash. Let's go down with Kristen Beat. She's with the champ. 4 straight championships. It's Michael Hicks.
This marks Michael Hicks' 4th consecutive championship, but his first with the Ty Lube Racing Honda team. Michael, how impactful has this team been for you, and what role has it played in your consistency this year?
The team's been helping me out a ton. I got off of KTM when got on their team, and that bike just made me go to the next level. The Hondas are great, but yeah, just got the 2nd place. I was charging hard. Track was falling apart. Mike's riding awesome, and I just ran out of time. And but yeah, we got another main event coming up soon, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I just can't thank my sponsor enough. Ty Lube Honda, Storm Lake Honda, 60 FXR X-Brand goggles, Renegade Fuel, X-Trig, Factory Connection. So everybody help me out. Thank you so much.
Hicks wins the championship, but Alessi wins the 250 Pro main event, and he's with Kristen.
Mike, a solid start and your 2nd win in this series. It must feel pretty good to get that 2nd win with Michael Hicks still in tow.
It was. Michael's a good rider. I give him a lot of credit. I'm excited to see how he does here tomorrow night. Houston Supercross, I wish him all the best of luck. He's a good rider, and I've raced against some of the best in this world, and racing against Carmichael, Stewart, Justin Brayton, who's commentating on the TV. So, Eli Tomac, a lot of great riders, and he's a legit dude. So I'm excited for him to see how he does tomorrow in Houston and the rest of the East Coast Supercross.
Definitely filling out the dad role here, Michael Alessi.
Kristen with the dad jokes. How about a shout out to Justin Brayton from Michael Alessi, the main event winner. We are not done racing in Memphis, Tennessee for the General Tire Arena Cross Outlaws Championship. Brian Jackson putting on a show before we drop the gate in the Open Pro main event. Let's go down to Kristen Beat for the General Tire pre-race report.
Michael Alessi choosing to ride the 250 two-stroke this season has been a hot topic, but after that explosive start in the 250 main, I asked him what's different, what happened there. He said the traction on this track is allowing him to get out of the gate. He said the amount of traction he's getting off the start, this bike feels like a rocket ship. If he can gain some distance on Hicks, again, he could be looking at his first perfect night of the season.
In order to get that, the whole shot's needed. He's had him, for the last month, I feel like he's whole shot almost every single race. Now he's got Michael Hicks to his left. The 250 Pro main event, Hicks is on the outside. Hicks trying something different here. starting grid, you see him number 1, so he had the choice. He went inside of Alessi. He's got Gordon to his left, Winter to the left of him, Crutcher on the outside. The revs will go up, the gate will drop. Not the best jump from Michael Hicks. Whoa, Winter shoots out of the gate, and Alessi is buried in the pack, but it looks like Spencer Winter's gonna grab the whole shot. Unfortunately for him though, Hicks is up the inside, and the whoops, you know what that means? Hicks to the lead.
Hicks is in the lead right where he feels like he belongs, where he's been all season, and bummer to see Alessi get out of the gate like that. He's still in third, so he needs to get around Gordon here and go after Hicks.
Let's go to Kristen Beat with more information on Michael Hicks.
Guys, immediately before this gate drop, Michael Hicks' dad told him, ride smart. Their goal at this point is to get Michael Hicks through this main event and get him to Houston for Supercross. So they want to see him hit his marks and leave here on 2 wheels.
Definitely some great advice. Dads always have the best advice, but I also think there's a fine line between being smart and also staying on the offense. Danny, we talked about earlier, that's when you ride off instincts, is when you're riding free. You're not really thinking much. You're just being in the moment. That's how Hicks has won this championship, and that's what he's done all year. So I think continue doing that, and that will allow you to get out of here safe and start driving to Houston.
The 250 Pro main event, Hicks is on the line. He knows that the championship's coming in the next few minutes. I think that was maybe a little bit of a distraction why he didn't get off the gate so hot, because he was like 5th, and that is not typical of Michael Hicks. That would be the one race where he had the pressure of the titles coming in a few minutes.
Exactly, to your point, that's probably what he was thinking. I just get a decent start, don't really go for broke right here, don't go for the whole shot, but you have to. That's how he's a champion, how he's become a champion. 4 times to be exact, which is incredible. It's an incredible feat that he's been able to accomplish here tonight in Memphis, but you got to stay on the offense, you got to stay in the moment, and really just go all in. And you see Carter Bees here in 4th. He hasn't been great, Daniel, through the Race Tech Rockers all year. Seems like tonight in Memphis he's been a little bit better, but I don't know if him and Jeff Crutcher have made some bike adjustments, but riding good here. Just a few weeks ago, he was double podium in one night, which is incredible to see.
Winter up the inside on Bagby. And for Winter, he had the whole shot, great feeling, you're out front, and then in the second corner gets pushed wide, he's off the track, loses all those spots, so he's trying to bounce back now. Finds himself inside the top 5 with a clear track going in front of him, so.
And sometimes, Tammy, when you get those hole shots, things can come at you so fast. I've been there before where you're like, all right, if I can just get a hole shot, I think I can get on the podium tonight. But then you get the hole shot, you guys start passing, you're like, whoa, everything's happening so fast. You just need to slow it down a little bit. And that's where guys like Michael Hicks and Michael Alessi are so used to getting those good starts. Everything comes at them a little bit slower. It's where they expect to be. And it's a great feeling if you're Winter coming into the first turn first. Sometimes it can quickly go to a bad feeling of guys like Alessi and Hicks blowing by you.
Winter is able to recover and bounce back and get inside that top 5. Michael Alessi, oh, he dumps the front end right there, and I was just about to say, he is keeping Michael Hicks honest, but now he loses second place to Gordon. Where's Bees? Should be coming around right here. Not enough to get to Alessi for Bees. He was right there, but man, a solid second place coming off that main event win, and now he's going to be in 3rd. Carter Gordon takes advantage of the mistake, and Michael Hicks, for the final time this season, he will lay it down. He's going to the Houston Supercross tonight after the races, so he is just a couple laps away, closing out his entire Arena Cross Championship. And what a run it's been. We saw from the very beginning, he got in some tight battles and fights there early. Grant Harlan, Lance Kobush. Then as the series progressed, he just got faster and faster, and once he locked in JB, he just really couldn't unlock.
Yeah, unfortunately for everybody else, he was so locked into this Ty Lube Honda, Storm Lake Honda back bike. He gelled to it really well to start the season. And you notice when Alessi went down, Hicks was kind of looking back like, is he still there? Where's he at? And it's probably a good feeling for Hicks to say, oh, okay, I don't have that pressure anymore, because the 800 was coming. He was riding good.
Carter Gordon, 2nd. Great second half of this championship. Won a main, won some heat races, a bunch of podiums. Going to finish out 3rd in championship points. He can put it on the podium in this race and come back at the final round.
I really like Carter Gordon, how he's done this season, his attitude throughout the whole season. He put himself in good positions. He was able to get that first main event win. I think it's a huge step up. 3rd in the championship. I think there's a lot to be proud of and a bright future in Carter Gordon here.
5th a season ago. That's why the number 5 is on the bike. Next year, we'll see the 3, so progressing, getting closer to the number 1 spot. Michael Hicks says he will be back for the 2024 season, and imagine he will be phenomenal, as he always is. Michael Alessi seems happy here, motivated, unsure about the bike, says he doesn't think he's going to come back with the two-stroke next year, but the way he's ridden the last, say, 3 rounds, I don't know, not much missing out of that motorcycle. He looks to be gelling with it. With a lap to go, he'll be on the podium again, but Michael Hicks, congratulations, what a year. Sunoco checkered flag is going to wave for the final time this season for Michael Hicks. You are a 4-time Arena Cross champion, and he wins the Open Pro main event in Memphis. Just to put the cherry on top of a fantastic season. Carter Gordon, second, Alessi third. Remember, we still have 1 round in this championship, but Michael Hicks clinching the title gives him the chance to leave and go to the 250 Supercross in Houston. There's Greenlee crossing the finish line. He can finish 5th overall in championship points. 1 more round of racing for him as well. With the General Tire Open Pro main event results show Hicks, Gordon, Alessi 1, 2, 3, and Greenlee gets the 14th, crossing the checkered flag like he needed it. For Michael Hicks, another race win and another championship. The Arena Cross Outlaw Series is brought to you by General Tire, ODI, Cometic Gasket, Hoosier Tire, and by Andretti's Karting and Games. Back in Memphis, Tennessee, the Showplace Arena for General Tire Arena Cross action. The Open Pro main event has come and gone. Mike Alessi ran up front early, had a crash, got up, finished 3rd, but a solid night of racing here in Memphis.
Michael Alessi limping over to his interview. A minor miscue in that main.
Yeah, I was pushing, trying to catch Michael. He was riding really good, just made a mistake, washed out the front. As I fell, I felt the handlebar just dig right into my top of my thigh, so I definitely got a Charlie horse, but it's part of racing. It's how it goes. We're looking forward to tomorrow night, try to finish out the season strong. 2nd in points, I'm pretty happy with that, and like I said, I've had a great season. Thanks to all my sponsors, all my fans. Just been a great season. Looking forward to next year.
Michael Alessi's had a lot of fun in 2023. So has Carter Gordon. Another 2nd place finish.
4 starts and 4 podiums for Carter Gordon. Carter, being able to see you progress this season, what are you most proud of?
Just the way I fought through the adversity. Like I said in the beginning of the year, I only had 1 day on the bike before the season started, so I'm really happy with how the season's turned out. My goal is to be top 3 in points, and we're sitting there going into the last night, and it looks like it's going to finish that way, so I couldn't be more happy with how it's going.
Speaking of happy, Michael Hicks, 4-time champ, wins the Open Pro main event tonight.
Michael, a clean race, a 4th championship to your name. How do moments like this resonate with you, and what makes this season unique?
Yeah, I mean, these moments are awesome. You know, all the hard work we put in pays off. And yeah, I've just been trying to ride as the best that I can. And these guys here are really fast. This is the best series you can do to get ready for Supercross and go to the next level. And I just could have done it with my whole team. Ty Lube Honda, Storm Lake Honda, 60 FXR, X-Brand goggles, X-Trick, Factory Connection, Yoshimura. Just everybody help me out. Thank you so much.
And the drive to Houston starts now for Michael Hicks as he'll make his debut in the 250 East Coast Supercross Championship. But after 14 of 15 rounds, he is your champion again. 648 points, Justin. He stacked them to go along with these fast laps. Sunoco Fuel Fast Lap shows a 22.0. I mean, what a great season, what a great night.
Yeah, incredible season for Michael Hicks. Just from top to bottom, great starts, consistent all year long, amazing speed. I'm really excited to see how he does in Houston.
Carter Gordon, 2nd on the night. How about Eli and Tiago Gross, the brothers? They had some fun. Oh, Alessi had it going on, had the wash out there. Go to arenacrossoutlaws.com for more information. Come out and hang out. Watch an Arena Cross in person. They are wild. For Justin Brayton and Kristen Beat, I'm Daniel Blair. Thank you so much for tuning in to Arena Cross from Memphis. Remember, we still have 1 round to go in this championship. Michael Hicks is moving on, but Carter Gordon, Carter Beast, Michael Alessi, and the rest, they'll be back next week. Come on, Carl.